That was the praise band with Jesus Mighty God. Here on your radio station, AM 930, The Light, Edmonton's Positive Talk. Well, listen to what David had to say here in Psalm 34, verse number 4. He says, I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and he delivered me from all my fears. So obviously, here's David having one of those moments where he's a little bit of fearful. Maybe there was a situation where his enemies were attacking him, or maybe he was being overwhelmed by different problems and situations. So what did he do? Well, he prayed about the situation. He went to the Lord and said, Lord, you see what's happening to me right now, and I am going to seek you until you deliver me from all my fears. And then at the end of that little time and that journey, David said with confidence, I sought the Lord, and he heard me, he answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. Now, you and I need to recognize, and Paul was the one who brought it all into perspective when he said in 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and of a sound mind. So Paul basically equates that fear has a spiritual component in it. And when we realize that there is a spiritual component, then, of course, we also know that the best defense and also the best offense is, of course, to seek the Lord, to ask for divine intervention and divine help. Well, David did, and we should as well. Now, Paul also emphasizes that there are three ways that we can overcome fear. Number one, we walk in the love of God. We say, okay, God, I need your love right now. John also reiterated and emphasized the fact that perfect love casts out all fear. When you are dwelling and abiding in perfect love, instead of fear, you actually have consistency, constancy, and also as well stability. Secondly, he says you need to enact and also as well rely on the power of God. God has, of course, unlimited power, and he has put into our life situation resurrection power. And then the result of all of that is that you and I have calmness. We have the soundness of mind. We know that God is never going to leave us. We know that God is never going to forsake us. And we know that when we bring our requests before the Lord, guess what? He answers. When we cast all our cares onto him, he cares for us. And we have that wonderful promise of Matthew chapter 28, verse number 20, where the Lord says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So like David of old, what we do is when we find ourselves in those times of worry, those times of concern, that time of fear, seek the Lord and know that he is going to answer you, and also recognize that he is going to deliver you from all your fears. That is such a wonderful place to be. And it's all here for you on your radio station, AM 930 The Light. Now we have for you right now, The Joy of Jesus with Rich Mullins.